Good morning. I know it's been a while. I've been having some health challenges, so I want to apologize for my absence. But I'm about to show a video here, and it's not involving a black woman, but it does involve black women, but you just don't hear about it. So I'm going to play this video. This was sent to me. So I just want to share this, so it can serve as a cautionary tale, to us black women, so we can know and just understand, the danger that we are truly in today, which I don't feel enough of us realize. So I'm going to play this video, and then I'm going to give my commentary.
This is Marlene Ochoa. Marlene joined a group on a social site where pregnant women would exchange baby items. She's seen a post from a lady named Clarissa who stated she had baby items to give away for free. Marlena got in touch with her and they actually made a successful exchange. Clarissa posted again that she had a stroller available. They made plans to meet up again so Marlene could get the stroller. Marlene arrived at Clarissa's house to pick up the stroller. Clarissa and her daughter Desiree tricked Marlene into staying, and they strangled her. Marlene tried to fight for her life, but they were able to kill her, and they cut out her baby, put Marlene in the trash can in the back of their home. Unfortunately, the baby passed away for no brain activity, and the father, Giovanni Lopez, was really upset. Clarissa, her daughter Desiree, and her boyfriend Peter were all charged and sentenced.
Exclusive look inside the family of an accused killer and baby snatcher.
CBS 2's Cesar Rodriguez spoke with the suspect's daughters tonight, and Cesar, they spent time with this baby.
Erica, this dragged several days. The twin sisters spoke about their estranged relationship with their mother. Also, they've received death threats, and their children have been harassed at school tonight. They demand justice.
They are monsters. It's just too much already. It's just too much.
Scared to show their faces or reveal their names, the adult twin daughters of Clarissa Figueroa described the horror after learning that their mother and half-sister Desiree allegedly murdered a woman, took her baby, and tried to pass it off as her brother.
My mom goes, "Do you want to see your baby brother?"
That was April 24th, the day after they say mom Clarissa called to say she had a baby. The twins say they hadn't seen their mom in nearly a year, but they did keep in contact with her over the phone.
So you walked around the labor and delivery?
Yeah, I was in
Any problems?
any problems. I just went in her room.
The room she's referring to, labor and delivery at Advocate Christ. The sister says her mom stayed there for 3 days, accompanied by her boyfriend, Peter Bobek, who they confirm is seen in these pictures. One sister says she visited her mom 2 days later on April 26.
I seen the baby and I touched the baby, and I didn't think of anything about like it wasn't my brother because my mom said it was my brother.
Both women say they grew up in an unstable home and were neglected by their mother.
I was a teen mom at the age of 16. I lived on my own since then.
Tonight, both sisters admit they had doubts.
They should have checked my mom. They should have made sure that the baby was her mom. Like, if they knew that her tubes were tied, why didn't you double check? Like, why didn't you check if that was her baby?
The twins say they will not be able to forgive their mother and sister and sent a message to the Ochoa family.
I want to tell Marlene's family that I'm so sorry for everything.
Okay. This is what we're dealing with. Now, we have this going on amongst black women. Not only are our babies being snatched, they're snatching our organs as well, as I talked about early. Black women, we must be careful, being on the internet and going on websites and responding to ads. If you are pregnant and you're looking for things online, to purchase, or you want to meet with someone to check out what they have to offer, you need to be very careful Don't go alone. Do not go by yourself. I always stress the buddy system, because the fact that we're not protected and the fact that the danger for Black women is constantly on the uptick, it's constantly at an upswing, we have to be more careful than we've ever been. And we can't give any regards to anything, not even the law. This is how important we have to be careful and how serious we need to take our safety. Because I stated in an early video, law enforcement doesn't have a duty to protect. And I think a lot of Black women really need to understand that. I don't think we really realize that police don't have to protect us. And this is legal under the law. And it was upheld by the United States Supreme Court. So we need to really keep that in mind and know what we're up against. So don't be going anywhere alone if you are pregnant. If somebody's got something online, that they want to show, you take a couple of people with you. You don't go by yourself to meet anybody, for anything. I don't care what they're offering. I don't care what they're sharing, selling. I don't care about none of that. You don't go alone. You take a couple of people with you. You and a couple of people that you take with you, all of you need to be armed with something. Y'all all need to have pepper spray on you, tasers, knives, screwdrivers, ice pick, I don't care. Firearm if you can carry one. If you can't carry a firearm, then there are other alternatives, ladies. If you're in a state, in a country where weapons are illegal, there are things that you can carry that's not classified as a weapon, but can be used as a weapon. Now, you're in the United States, you have a lot of leeway, as far as protecting yourself. We just don't have the law on our side. And we need to use the law, and the fact that cops don't have a duty to protect, we need to use that as reason and cause to protect ourselves when we're out and about doing everyday things. Like going, you're responding on a website. You have a lot of people, you got the Facebook marketplace, you have OfferUp, Let Go, Garage, Free.com. You have all these sites, Craigslist. You have so many websites out here that are offering different items, for sale. They're offering up these items, for sale. And in some cases, stuff is being offered up for free. So we're going to have to be cognizant, because we have to make sure that we're not being misled, that we're not being lured. This young lady was lured to her death, her and her unborn child. This is happening to Black women every day, and it doesn't even make the local news. So I just want to put it out there, Black women, when you're pregnant, it is not wise to go anywhere by yourself. It's just not something you should do. I don't recommend it in any way, shape, or form to go anywhere alone, especially while you're pregnant, because you will not really be able to actively and successfully and effectively defend yourself if you're going somewhere and you're pregnant and then all of a sudden you get attacked. So you need to have somebody with you, family members, somebody who will have your back, physically, mentally, the whole 9 yards, who would just have your back in every way to have your back. So we have to take this seriously. Don't go in the evening. You want to go during the day where it's daylight hours. You want to let people know where you are going. You want to give the name and the address of where you're going to pick up the items. Phone number, the whole 9 yards. And when you arrive at a place, if there's a car parked in the driveway, of the property, you want to get that license plate. Take a picture of that license plate. Send it to friends and family members. Take a picture of the house, the whole 9 yards. You want people to know where you're going. You want to show people so something happens, these folks can be tracked. Thank goodness these people were caught. But, for black women, it just don't go down like that for us. Stuff happens to us and it's like, oh well. We're not being looked after. We're not being looked for. They don't care if we're pregnant. Us being pregnant doesn't mean anything. At the end of the day, we are still black women. So it doesn't matter if we're pregnant. It doesn't matter if we're sick. It doesn't matter if we're disabled. None of this stuff matters when it comes down to us. So this is why we have to be careful when we're responding to an ad. Even when you go in looking for a house, apartment, jobs, you want to check stuff out. We have to investigate before we embark. If you are, you have to, like, say you go online, like this young lady, like Miss Ochoa. These people was giving away or selling baby clothes items. They have their address. You have to kind of investigate. Make sure these people are who they say they are. Because people could lead you to an address. You just don't know. And they give you a name. And you don't know who these people are until you get there and it's too late. So, people post these ads. If these folks are not, they just showing what they have. You go into these houses or you're going to meet up with people. You don't even know what these people look like. Is what I'm trying to say. To make myself clear. You don't know what these folks look like. You might not know the neighborhood that they live in, that you're going into, neighborhood they live in. You don't know anything about these people. Now she done went up in the house. Now I'm gonna tell you something right now, ladies. If you're meeting somebody from online and they're selling, whether it's baby clothes, fitness equipment, whatever it is, handbags, purses, whatever, and somebody's selling stuff, whatever you do, ladies, like I said, don't go alone. And number two, for God's sake, never ever go inside. Never go in the house. Whatever it is they got, they need to bring it out. They need to bring it out to you. You need to be able to see what it is. You don't go out and you don't go inside. Don't go in the house. If they got furniture or whatever, I wouldn't buy furniture used from anybody because of bed bugs, so I wouldn't do that. But if you're buying furniture, they need to have that stuff outside in the garage where they can open up that garage and you be able to see it without stepping inside. Never ever go into somebody's house. You go into their house to pick up items, to see what they're selling or giving away. You don't go inside. They tricked her into staying. No. Nobody tricked you. No. Somebody try to get you to stay? No, I'm not able to do that. This is why you don't go by yourself. This is why you need to take a couple of people with you. It's good to have a couple of people with you. Because see, look how many people who attacked up on her. You have a couple of people with you. It's 3 of you. You want to set appointment dates when you're going to go and meet with somebody to buy whatever it is that they're selling online or giving away. You want to set up, you want to talk with your friends or family members, whoever you want to have to take with you. See what their schedule is like. See if they're able to go with you. Don't go alone. Don't go by yourself, and don't go in the house. You never go into someone's house. You don't know these people. You don't know nothing about these folks. You don't go inside. You have somebody to go with you. If you could take a male friend, or whatever the case may be, a couple of male friends, a couple of female friends, one, it don't matter. You need to take a couple of people with you. You don't go by yourself. And don't go in their house. I don't care what they tell you. If they come to my, we got some other stuff to sell, but you got to come in the house to see it. Okay, you don't need to see it. You don't need to see. You don't go inside. Under no circumstances do you go inside of a stranger's house, somebody that you don't even know. Under no circumstances do you go inside. I don't care how nice, clean cut they appear. I don't care if it's Mother Teresa. I don't care what vibe that they're giving off. Under no circumstances do you go inside their house. Do not go in the house. Nope, because you just put yourself at risk of not coming out alive. Now, this young lady ended up being unalived because they talked her into going inside. She's pregnant by herself. She made two big mistakes. She went by herself and she went inside. Okay, the first time everything was successful. I don't care. You have to treat every visit like it's a first time visit. Just because the first time around that everything was okay and successful, that does not mean that everything is okay. That does not mean that you know these people. That does not mean, oh, okay, I could just go ahead and go in their house. I don't have nothing to worry about. Yes, you do. People are strangers. I don't care how many times you go over there getting whatever stuff they're selling or giving away. These people are strangers. You don't know them. So I just want to put that out there. You know about the human and sex trafficking, American style, and you know about the organ industry, organ trafficking. I've done previous videos about those, so I'm not going to reiterate. You can go and watch those videos that are posted. This because of those videos I posted previously. That lets you know why you can't do this right here. Going in somebody's house. Going over to someone's house alone and by yourself. Especially while you're pregnant. You shouldn't go over to anybody's house regardless by yourself. I don't care what the people are selling. I don't care what they're giving away. You just don't go over there. People post up pictures of stuff. You never know. It could be a bait and switch just to get you over there. Just because what they post online, you might not even get that when you get there. It might be something else. You got people that do this stuff to lure you in. You got a lot of women out here that are moving foul too, with setting people up. Get you to come over, luring you in. Because we tend to be more trusting of women than we do men. But I'm going to tell you something, sisters. We got to look at women just like we look at men. Because you got women out here that'll set you up. So we got to wake up. And we got to be real about what's going on out here. Stuff is getting crazier by the day. And we can't afford to be just walking around with blinders on. We cannot afford it. We cannot afford to walk around with blinders on, ladies. We got to be real about what's going on out here. So I just wanted to put that out there. You're buying stuff online? Buying stuff online is about as dangerous as online dating. We got to treat them both the same way, ladies. We're going to have to do that because our very life depends on it. We have to look at it the same way. The same way we look at online dating, we got to do the same thing with online shopping. Especially you got private citizens who are selling items, giving away items. We have to look at that the same way we do. We're cautious while dating. We got to be cautious while shopping. We have to be cautious about any and everything we do. We have to be cautious about it. We got to take safety measures. We have to do things differently to ensure our safety. We have to take a couple of sisters with you. Everybody carry weapons, something to protect with. So if somebody tries something, you got 2 sisters with you. They can take care of business. You're pregnant. You can't really fight, but you can sure pull out pepper spray. You can pull your pepper spray out. Sure can. You can pepper spray them, and then the 2 sisters or whoever's with you, I mean, we just have to, we just don't have space. We don't have the privileges that other people have. We don't have the space to be nonchalant and cavalier. We just can't afford it. Being cavalier and nonchalant is not a luxury that we can afford. And this is not about paranoia. People can say whatever they want. I've had people call me paranoid, and I'm like, so what? I said, being paranoid is being careful on a finer scale. So you can say what you want. I let folks know I don't care. Say whatever you want to say. I'm going to do what I need to do to ensure my safety. You can go around here walking around with your blinders on if you want to. I'm cool. You can walk around. I'm not walking around with no blinders on. And if something doesn't feel right, you see an ad, somebody's selling something, somebody's giving something away. If you get a weird feeling in the pit of your stomach and something doesn't feel right about it, then just bypass it. You're not obligated to go bypass it. Trust your gut feeling. Your gut feeling is not going to lie to you. So if something ain't right, don't go. Do not embark there. And another thing, ladies, if you can't take, and this is for pregnant women, this is for all of us, but for pregnant women specifically, because when you're pregnant, you're really defenseless. The further along you are, the more of a soft target you become. So if you cannot take anybody with you, don't go. Seriously. Whatever it is they got, you miss out on it, so what? It's not worth your life. It's not worth your life. It's not worth your safety. So if you can't take anybody with you, then don't go. Or you can have the people to meet with you at the police station. They can bring the items and meet with you at the police station. You could do that. I think that's better than going to someone's house. Now, if you ask them, hey, let's meet, at such and such address, and, that's the police station, and if they balk about it or get all flippant, now you know what time it is. Now you know what you're dealing with. If somebody get all flipped out about it, or why we need to meet there, and we ain't gonna do nothing to you, and bloop, 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 and all that old mess, never mind all that. They can run their mouth and they can say whatever they want. This is about your safety. Damn what they talking about. Ask to meet at the police station. If anybody has any reservations about meeting at a police station, then you know what? You don't need to meet with them at all. Not only do you not need to meet with them at all, now you know what their true intentions are. You get to find out their true intentions. These folks ain't coming in righteousness. These people are on some other stuff. They're on some other stuff. And it ain't cool. It's not cool that it ain't good. So, no. You know, you don't need it that bad. At least you have your life. And if you have to, you can always buy it. And you'll probably most likely have a baby shower, and you'll be getting gifts anyway. You know? But don't go if they're not willing to meet with you at the police station. If you can't get anybody to go with you and you by yourself, have them meet you at the police station, sheriff station, whatever it is that runs your city as far as law enforcement go. Whatever law enforcement agency that is in your community. You know, we have sheriffs where I'm at. We got sheriff's department. So if I was to meet somebody online, they selling something, we're going to meet at the sheriff's. We're going to be at the sheriff's station. And if somebody got a problem with that, then I'm like, whatever, ain't nothing lost. I never seen them. They never seen me. You know what I'm saying? So who cares? Let them do whatever they want to do. Who cares? Your safety come first. And nobody is selling or giving away anything that is worth your life. I don't care what it is. It is you don't need to risk your life for it. I don't give a diddly squat. Don't do it. You don't need to risk your life for it. Don't risk your life for anything or anybody. You come up missing, you'll be lucky if you get police officer. They won't even put up missing person posters of black women missing. I have a friend whose daughter went missing, but that's another video. And I'm going to do that video. Because you guys need to know about that. This is what we're up against. So if you like this video, please hit that share, like, and subscribe button. And hit that bell for notifications. So whenever I post something up, you'll get it. We have to be careful out here, sisters. We have got to be careful. This is a life and death situation. So I want you all to be cognizant and completely and totally aware of your surroundings and those that are around you. And always carry some form of protection with you. It's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. So do not ever leave your house unarmed. Have something on you. You ladies have a wonderful day. And you stay safe. More to come.